If you don't know our vision, it will either just sound like gibberish to you, or you may even be questioning what we are doing and why we have to do it the way we are doing it. So when you become a part of a church, one of the things you want to understand clearly is the purpose of that church, the vision of that church. You want to know it. You want to understand it. All right. Some scriptures. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. Our purpose in life is the very meaning of our existence. I wrote something here I want to read out to you. Our purpose in life is the very meaning of our existence. And without knowing this, one will suffer ignorantly. The greatest suffering in life is not to have money. The greatest suffering in life is not to be sick. The greatest suffering in life is to live a life without purpose. That's the greatest suffering. To go through life without ever discovering purpose and fulfilling it. Pastor Chris said something in the message, The Power and Pursuit of Purpose. He said, your assignment in life first is to discover your purpose. And secondly, to fulfill that purpose. Then he said, many live never discovering their purpose. They live never rediscovering their purpose, never knowing or realizing why they came in the first place. Some get to know what that purpose is, but never live to pursue or to fulfill it. You know, they never live to pursue or to fulfill it. So 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. But you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people. Now, a lot of times when we read the scripture, our attention is brought to this very first part that I read. So we're excited. We're a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people. So you say, I'm special. You say this. Then we say all that. But you need to look at that. There are two parts to it. You are all this for something. You are all this for something. And that's what you see in the very next statement. It says that's the connection. You are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people for this reason. Why? That ye should shew forth, display the praises of him who had called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Let's look at this in the Amplified Version. Amplified Version. But you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a dedicated nation, God's own purchased special people, that you may set forth the wonderful deeds and display the virtues and perfections of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. You know, it says this is the reason why you're here. That's why in Love World we say Love Word exceptionalism. So Love Word exceptionalism is that idea, that theory, that belief that we are uniquely different. We are uniquely different. You know, when you find someone who is in Love World and starts comparing us with other ministries and other churches, you have not come to understand the Love World exceptionalism. Many years ago, Pastor said, the Spirit of God told him, he said, don't look around. He says, don't look around. And Pastor said that was a changing point in his life. You know, it was a turning point in his life. What does it mean, don't look around? He said, what I've called you to do, I have not given anybody else to do it. You know, I haven't given anybody. Do you know how many people are not fulfilling destiny just because they think in a general way? They think in a general way. If I was to say, all the men come. As I say, all the men come. Or I say, all the men, after this meeting, I want to meet with all the men. When the meeting closes, some man will be going. There's a man that will be going. In his mind, it was a general call. Who understands that? So we may be 100 men, but 70 will go and represent us. He's not talking to me. But there's someone who here, when pastor says all the men come, what he heard is Amaechi come. He didn't hear all the men come. He received a unique invitation. He received a personalized, you know, I remember many years ago, I have this son in the Lord. He came to see me. Then he was about to travel and he was talking to me and sharing with me some testimonies. And this conversation was very interesting because look at the way it went. He said, Pastor, you know, some time ago you were talking to me. Then you said this and you said that and you said that. Then I was listening. Then he said, another time I had this meeting with you and you were saying this to me. Then you said this and you said that and you said that. Then by the time he got to the third one, I started wondering, where was this meeting holding? Because even me, I couldn't remember having the meeting with him. Then he kept talking and keep talking. By the fourth time, I realized what he was doing. I realized what he was doing. He was personalizing every service. Every message he ever heard me speak was God talking to him. And me having a personal interaction with him. And I was like wondering, this man is an exceptional young man. And he spoke to me and took me on this journey of how the Spirit of God brought him to this place, this miracle. And he said, when you said this, I did this. Then you said that, I did this. When you said this, I did this. And today, Pastor, this is what I have. This is what I have. Today, he is the pastor of Christ Embassy, St. Vincent. You know? He is doing excellent works just because of the way he thinks.